In Chapter 8, we begin to see a truly modern American political atmosphere developing. The age of Jackson is one that is often referred to as the age of the common man. The three things that you need to look for in Chapter 8 are, number one, the democratization of the American Republic. Number two, the different political visions of the Democrats and the Whigs. And finally, the bank war and the American economy. The growth of America and the expansion of opportunity in America to the common man is a hallmark of this chapter.
Okay. I'm sitting here with Abe Lincoln in Lincoln Park in Vandalia, Illinois. I've actually got two sites to cover here in Vandalia. Behind me, you can see the Vandalia State House. This is the second state capitol for Illinois. That's actually the fourth building that served as a state capitol for Illinois. Vandalia also was the terminus of the National Road. In 1811, the federal government decided that there should be a road that connected the East Coast to the central part of the country. The National Road began in Baltimore, Maryland, and ended right here in Vandalia, Illinois.
The people of Vandalia built this courthouse with their own money, hoping to convince the state government to stay there. This one building would have housed all the offices of the government: the House of Representatives, the Senate, the Treasury, the Secretary of State's office, and the Supreme Court. We're in the Supreme Court room of the Vandalia State House. In the 1830s, the Supreme Court would have met here, 4 justices. In fact, in this very room in 1837, the city of Chicago got its charter to exist. There were already people living there, but this is where Chicago got its start officially. In this room, you would have had cases that had been sent up from the lower courts of Illinois, and decisions would have been made affecting the lives of people all across the state. It would have been open to visitors, and attorneys like Stephen Douglas and Abraham Lincoln would have participated in cases that were seen before this court. Again, later it was expanded to 9 justices, and with the rest of the capital moved up to Springfield. Despite the best efforts of the people of Vandalia, a group calling themselves the Long Nine, and including Abraham Lincoln, lobbied successfully to have the state capitol relocated from Vandalia to Springfield. And so this wonderful Capitol building was only really effective for 3 years, from 1836 until 1839.
Hi guys, we're back at the Macon County Historical Society today, and behind me is a courthouse where Abraham Lincoln actually tried cases.
Hey, you heard of frontier justice? This is it. In an Illinois that wasn't even 20 years old yet, this courthouse was in downtown Decatur, Illinois, 1830, at the corner of Main Street and Main Street. Abraham Lincoln practiced law in this courthouse. He actually tried 5 cases here. It was part of the 1st Illinois Judicial District and later part of the 8th Judicial District. Courthouses like this would have been typical of the era. The judge would have presided from this place. You would have had the defendants and the prosecuting attorneys in these chairs in front of me. The entire trial would have taken place here, and over here, a scribe would have written down, or a court clerk would have kept track of all the records. Lincoln rode this circuit during these years, and this courthouse only served until 1838. It's rather primitive, but it suited the purpose, and it helped to keep law and order on the frontier during the first 2 decades of Illinois' existence.
Now remember, as you read Chapter 8, the 3 things that you want to keep an eye out for: number 1, the democratization of the American Republic; number 2, the different political visions between the Democrats and the Whigs; and number 3, the bank war and the American economy. So long from Vandalia and Decatur. I'll see you again for Chapter 9.